In this video we will make an assembly drawing and also a sub-assembly in the 3D scene. We start this tutorial by open a file, open a scene, and we select Sterling Engine and open. We could do an assembly drawing of the whole Sterling engine if you want, but sometimes it's more convenient to do a sub-assembly drawing. And that's what we're going to do in this case. We will do a sub-assembly drawing of the Sterling engine. And we will do it like this. We will assemble some parts of the engine. This part of the engine. We'll assemble these parts and make an assembly in the 3D scene. And we will use the command. We will select from Assembly tab. We select the assemble button, the assemble command. First we will select the cylinder, and then we shift select the crankcase, and then we click assemble command, and at the bottom we have an assembly, and we will left drag that assembly to the top of the scene browser, and well, we have it there. And we will also change the name of it. We select that assembly, click properties, and we type engine as username, and the part number will be 201. Well, we should have copied that one. Copy and paste. Go back to the scene browser, and now we have our engine at the top of the scene browser. We click the plus sign, and we will see that we have two parts, cylinder and crankcase, inside that assembly. But there will be more parts inside the assembly, a cover and the piston bushing, for example. We select the cover in the scene browser, and then we left drag and drop it inside the assembly. You see a plus sign at the cursor. It means that if you drop it there, you will put the cover inside the assembly. And then we will select the piston bushing, left drag that one and drop it inside that assembly. And we will also select, let's see now, the piston, primary piston. We can select it in the 3D scene or in the scene browser. We left drag and we drop it in the assembly, and then we will choose, let's see now, we have a number of screws and washers, so we select that one, and then we shift select the other three screws and washers, and then we will left drag and drop them in the assembly, like so. And we have all four in the assembly. And let's see now, we will select this one, and then we shift select the other three, and we left drag and drop it in the assembly. So now we have eight screws and washers in the assembly. And let's see, now we have also the glass cylinder and the glass piston. We have to select them too. Try to find it. To select that in the 3D scene, and there we have glass cylinder and glass piston. We select both of them. We'll try that. Now, so select that one and shift select the glass piston, and then we left drag and drop it in the assembly. And we have the glass cylinder and the glass piston inside the assembly. Well, we select the engine, and as you can see, all parts that are inside the assembly has yellow edges. And so far so good. Well, I go to my position, top front left, and fit scene. Now when the assembly is selected in the scene browser, it would be nice to have it saved on the hard drive so we can do an assembly drawing of 2D drawing of that assembly. Well, we do like this. from the assembly tab in the operations group, we select save as part assembly, and we click that button, and you see the name engine, and that's okay, and we click save. It takes a few seconds. Now we have saved the assembly to the hard drive, and as we can see, there is a link to an external file, engine, and it is in the pupil folder. Well, now we can do a 2D drawing of that assembly we have saved. So we'll go to new, and we select drawing, and OK, and we also select an A3 template. OK. We select the view tab, and from that tab we will select standard view, and we click browse. So, and then we select engine and open. And now we see the engine in the current front view direction, and we will use that as a view, front view, but first of all we will select that button front, and we will adjust the direction a little bit. We click once this button and then once this button, so we can see the engine from the top. And we will select this view, and the scale will be select standard and 1:1, and then we click OK, and we place the view here somewhere like that, and I will zoom in a bit so we can see it better. Then we will place a section view on that side of this view, but first of all we will place center marks on the engine. We'll select center mark, and we will select that circle. So press escape, and then we will drag this line outside like that, and on the other side too. So we have a center line through the whole engine. And after that we will do a section view. So we select this view, and from the view tab we will select section command, that one, and we'll use a horizontal section line, and we click the center line, so we get the section line in the center of the engine, and it's the right direction. I will auto hide this one so we see we got more space. Now we have placed the section line, and now we click apply and exit, and we will place the section view on this side there. Well, now we have our views in place, and let's see now. Well, there is one thing. You see that this fillet is very edgy, and we will do something about that. We will right click, select this view and right click in the view, and then we go to properties and we select precise, and now arcs and fillets are not edgy anymore. We got a nice and clean view. Well, now I place the section view, and next step will be a bill of material. We will place a bill of material on the drawing. From the annotation tab we will and in the boom group, bill of material group, we will select this button, and in the dialog box we will select the assembly template for the bill of material, and then we will check this box, use configuration. If you don't check that box, the program will use no configuration selected. That means that all parts in the scene browser will be included in the bill of materials, even those parts that are suppressed. But if you check that box and choose default, it means that parts that are suppressed will not be included in the bill of materials. But in our case we have no suppressed part, but it's a good habit to check that box and choose a configuration. And here we can select different styles of the bill of materials, but we will use parts only. We click OK, and then we will grab that corner, that point, and we snap it to that intersection. You see a green dot, and we drop it there, and the bill of material is in place, and it seems that we have that all parts are included in the bill of materials, so that's okay. And next step, we will place item bubbles, but first I will move this view a little bit so it will get a little bit more space for the item bubbles. So, and I will zoom in a bit. Then I will click this button, item bubble, and we select the cylinder, and we see that it highlights. So we click the cylinder and we click there, and we continue with the crankcase, and so, and then we select the bushing there, and then we select the piston, primary piston, and we'll also select the glass piston and the glass cylinder. So, and in this view we select the cover like so, and then we will select, and we have a number of screws. We will select this one like so, place it there, and then we'll select this washer, and I zoom out a bit to see it better. Place it there. Seems that we have select all parts. Well, now we have placed the item bubbles on our drawing, and we got a bill of material also, and I think we have to do some adjustments in the bill of material. We use the zoom command, zoom window, and you see that the part numbers are not in numerical order. The position number is in order, but as you can see, the part numbers 102, 101, 118 and 17 are at the top. So we have to change that order, so it will be in numerical order. And we will do that in the 3D scene. So we open, and we'll open the engine. Select that one and open. And we click the plus sign, and we will see it's just like in the 2D drawing, the same order. And we will do some adjustments in the scene browser so that they get in right order. First of all, we want the screws and washers at the bottom of the scene browser, and we will move the glass piston, but first we select the cylinder and in property browser to see what part number it has, 102. Crankcase has 101. We move that above the cylinder, and now it's in right order, 101, 102, and then we will select, let's see now, piston bushing, it has 122, so we move that below the primary piston. Let's see, primary piston 110, and then we check the cover, 118, so we move the cover below the primary piston, so, and then we move the glass piston and drop it above the cover, and then we drag the glass cylinder and we drop that above the cover. So now we have 116, glass cylinder has 117. Now they are in right order, and then we will save the scene. So, and then we will select our drawing, and we update the view. Okay, see what happens. Yes, as you can see, the part numbers is in right order, 2, 10, 16, 17, 18, 22, and the screws and washers are at the top of the bill of material. Well, we did the changes in the bill of material, but as you can see, there has also been changes in the item bubbles, and that's because item bubbles and bill of material are connected to each other. So in this way you can control in what order the parts will be placed in the bill of material. And what we have learned in this tutorial is that it is easy to do a sub-assembly in the 3D scene, and then put the views on the drawing sheet and make a 2D drawing of that sub-assembly. So, well, it's time for us to save this drawing. We'll click Save, and engine would be the name. So that's okay, and click save. So, and now we have made our sub-assembly drawing.